Rogue Assassin here, and I am mad. I am mad because for some gosh darn reason, my 1.2 video of what if Naruto had the abilities of Hollow Knight was not uploaded, and I had some very, very bad technical problems. I had to delete that video. Like, I had to delete it. Just I had to delete it. And now I'm remaking this one, and I'll also be making part 2 of this. So this will be what if Naruto had Hollow Knight part 1.2. So last time we left off was with Mizuki and Naruto's fight. Yes, Naruto has defeated Mizuki. We're continuing off of that as Naruto returns the scroll of sealing back to the third Hokage. Everything plays out as canon. Basically, we go to when Naruto meets his sensei. As we see the canon Sasuke, Sakura, and obviously Naruto walks through the front door, and everyone's seated as they call out the Jonin, the sensei, all the team senseis from one till I don't know how many teams there were, so one till I don't know, yeah, continuing off. As in canon, Team 7 is Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. That won't be changing. As in canon, also they are the last three, so they are the only three in the classroom right now. As instead of Naruto pulling off a prank, he's gonna, how can I say, he's gonna be thinking on his the thing that he did before while he was fighting Mizuki. Not the Shadow Jutsu, you can say how Ghost actually assisted Naruto in a way in the fight. Basically, he manifested in the real world when he was supposed to be in the seal. But yeah, so while Naruto was thinking on how did he, how like he, how he he has he has an unknown ability he doesn't even know, and he might think it's a Kikagenkai, he doesn't know still. Kakashi walks through the room, and obviously Kakashi's like his first thought of them is boring. Very, very boring. As Kakashi's same old in canon tells him to meet them on the roof, they meet on the roof. Also in canon, nothing changes here. Naruto still wants to be Hokage as we continue down to the test. Yes, the bell test. As we see Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura there, they are basically they are waiting for their sensei, and they are starving because they didn't eat or so. As as we see Kakashi come up as basically he tells them canon style what they need to do, how they need to do it, and the test begins. Instead of being a butthead and going at Kakashi straight, like basically fighting Kakashi head on, Naruto takes the safer approach. He is basically playing the long game. Naruto dives into the forest just like his other three, and Kakashi's like, huh, at least all three of them aren't stupid, Kakashi says in his mind, as they all start waiting. As Kakashi takes out his book and just reads it as canon. But instead of Naruto attacking first, Sasuke attacks first. Sasuke launches a fireball from the side of Kakashi. Kakashi dodges it easily as Sasuke runs on the other side of Kakashi and delivers a few taijutsu styles as Kakashi is basically bodying Sasuke. Quite, yeah. As we see Sasuke being bodied by Kakashi, Naruto finally makes his move. He makes two shadow clones as they both run out of the forest, also tending to attack Kakashi. As Kakashi is now dealing with one Sasuke and two Narutos, which is it's kind of pushing him back, but still, he's not enough to put his book away. As he's so busy fighting with these shadow clones, the real Naruto comes up behind Kakashi and tries to deliver a kick to his head. Kakashi ducks, obviously, ducks and blocks a few punches from the shadow clones and Sasuke as he jumps a bit further back as sorry guys, a lot of noise around me. Changed locations. Continuing on, as Naruto and his two shadow clones rushes Kakashi, Kakashi takes down the two shadow clones quite easily and is now having a fist fight with Naruto. Sasuke sends a fireball which Kakashi does pin down Naruto as the fireball is heading to Kakashi. Now Kakashi can do two things here. He can either take the fireball for both Naruto and get a lot of damage on him, or he can just like let go of Naruto and like how can I say it, dodge it so Sasuke can hit friendly fire. Literally friendly fire. Yeah. Or here's another one. Foil Kakashi can foil how can I say it? He can save Naruto and take all the damage himself, but he doesn't want to do either. As Naruto is struggling to get out of this pin that Kakashi put him in, as he sees the fireball coming, and he sees it getting closer and closer, and Kakashi has no time to right now, as Naruto is struggling even harder as the closer the fireball gets, as Kakashi finally lets go of Naruto. But when he does, Naruto envelops his body in this black mist, which he goes blitzing to the fireball as he goes right through it, unfazed. As the fireball is heading to Kakashi, Kakashi dodges out the way quickly and getting a few burn marks, but because Kakashi dodged, it's not that bad. As you see Naruto next to Sasuke, yelling at Sasuke that you could have killed him. As Kakashi's like, whatever, what's saying Kakashi? As Sasuke's like, whatever, dope. Just try not to get in my way next time. Got it? As Naruto looks at Sasuke angry, wondering, does this guy want to kill his fellow teammates or something? As Naruto puts that at the back of his mind and continues on the fight. As Kakashi is wondering how Naruto did that, basically. And that move that Naruto did, I don't know the actual name, but I'm gonna call it a flash step. Yes, I know, if you know anime style, like flash steps, if you know what they are, then good for you. But basically, to put it, it's basically a way to it's like a teleportation, but not actually a teleportation. It's just you're moving so fast that you basically are disappearing from one location to another. That's how fast you're moving. That's a flash step. And you're only taking one step. Yeah. Now, that's not a sort of flash step, you can say. And, uh, okay, continuing off of that topic, as Kakashi's still wondering how he did that, as he gets back to the fight, still taking on uh, Sasuke and Naruto, as finally useless Sakura finally does something useless and goes after the bag. As useless Sakura finally finds an opening and goes after the bells, as she tries to grab them but fails. As Kakashi is now fighting all two of them, while Sakura is trying to grab the bell. As Naruto is, yeah, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura finally working together, and Kakashi Sensei's impressed as Naruto does a few shadow clones, as pushing back Kakashi more. He had to put away his book for this because there was a bit too much. As yeah, they failed, but they passed because they were working as a team in the end, and that's all that Kakashi wanted. Like, that's all that Kakashi wanted: teamwork in the test. So they passed, as Team Seven is created. Now, Naruto was wondering, after the how so test, the bell test, Naruto stayed behind at the training ground while everyone left, including Kakashi Sensei, as Naruto was just sitting there, wondering how does he have a hidden power that he doesn't even know of? As we go inside Naruto's seal, as we see three unknown figures, you can say, just standing in a swirl pattern, as there are two gates opposite each other. One, one holding the demon fox with nine tails swirling, and the other holding this moth thing. But these two beasts seem behind the cages. These two beasts seem to be in a stare down. They can't stop staring at each other. It's like they're daring one of them to blink, as as bloodlust is going all over the seal. It's basically a battle, but staring. As as these three are just trapped in the middle, not knowing what to do. Uh, they just they just exist. As Ghost, the small one, finally, Ghost, the small one, is not even paying attention to the two monsters, as these two are just watching these two beasts have a staring competition. As yeah, that's going on. And okay, yeah, this is Naruto's seal. This is like his seal on his stomach, and then like this seal, the middle seal, the swirl is changed to this. Just yeah, it's just changed to this. As these three are just looking like these two, the two of them, this one, the girl and the boy, the big boy just looks at each other in confusion, like, what should we do? Is while Ghost is just watching how Naruto interacts with the people, curious, because Ghost knows what abilities he's using. He's using his abilities, and he's curious how he'll learn to control it, in a way, you can say. As Naruto finally goes home, he finally gets home, and he finally, sorry about that, and he finally gets home, gets undressed, gets into bed, and falls asleep. But what he doesn't know is he's gonna have a weird dream. That's what he thinks. As he slowly gets drawn into his mindscape, he finds himself in a long passageway. It's kind of like a sewer, basically. And it leads so far. He starts walking, and he's walking for hours until he finally reaches a circle. And in the circle, there are two cages opposite each other. One, one cage seems empty. There doesn't even seem to be anything in there. But Naruto can hear a breath. He can hear something breathing in there. It's just he can't see it. As he looks at the other cage, it seems to have some type of weird moth bug, but it had white eyes, and those white eyes were following his every movement. It seemed to be held up by black chains. he didn't know where he was or what was going on. And in the shadows, three people or three beings walks out of the shadows. One being Ghost, the other being Silk, and the last one being the perfect vessel. Walks out of the shadows as Silk is the first one to speak as she introduces her two brothers. Yes, in this one, Ghost, Silk, and the Perfect Vessel are brothers. The Perfect Vessel being the oldest, Ghost being the youngest, Silk just in the middle. Silk is basically Naruto's age. But no. Silk is older than Naruto. Ghost is Naruto's age, but Ghost is shorter than Naruto. You can say compared Naruto to Ghost, like Ghost's height is basically it like Ghost like head. He's just here by his armpit. That's how tall Ghost is. He can only hug Naruto's waist, basically. Silk is basically exactly the same height as Naruto, as well, the Perfect Vessel, or their bigger brother, you can say, is taller than all of them, like even taller than Kakashi. You can like put it in perspective how tall he is. As they all come out of the shadows, as she introduces them, their her, their brothers, and her. As Naruto introduces himself, but he's a bit weirded out about how they look. They look more like bugs. But yeah, explanations aside, they introduce themselves as Naruto has finally made friends. Or you can say a family. They talked for long hours in this dream state Naruto thinks, but it's basically his seal, as they give him instructions on how to release them. As when Naruto wakes up, he thinks it's a dream, but he still follows it. He can remember the instructions well. As he looks in the mirror, he lifts up his shirt, and he puts his hand near his seal. As as you can say, he basically turns the seal a bit, but once he tries turning the seal, it basically turns just turns once before he can't turn it anymore, like it's locked, like he needs a key. As once he turned it, black aura started being released around the room as three figures emerged: Ghost, Silk, and the Perfect Vessel. As Naruto, obviously, being the dimwit he is, thought it was a dream, but as they explained that they were in his seal, basically they explained where they were and what he actually saw. So Naruto gets the logistics, he was in the mindscape, and he released them from the seal. And now they can help him in battle. As we're gonna have a time skip here because Naruto's gonna do a bunch of D ranks and he's also gonna train. So I'll go over what Naruto's learned with his abilities with their help, with the three here's help. As Naruto has learned how to control his flash step. Naruto has also learned a skill, ability called Revenge of the Spirit. It sends a missile spirit, basically a like you can say a spirit, yeah, as a missile, and that spirit is kind of like a homing missile, but it takes a bit of energy, you can say, using it, as if it makes contact with anything, it will explode, as it will knock anyone back and damage them quite a lot. It's basically like the Rasengan but long range, as
continuing on, that's like the two abilities Naruto learned, as Naruto didn't learn anything else other than that because they were just doing D ranks and Naruto doesn't have a lot of time to train. As in this time, as like the three has been observing how this new world works, this new ninja world they are in works, they explain to Naruto that he needs to, how can I say it, could like learn something called chakra control. Because basically what Naruto sees, they see, and what Naruto hears, they hear. But if Naruto doesn't pay attention in class, well, it doesn't mean that they won't pay attention to it. They'll pay attention because they want to learn as much as they can about the world they are in. So yeah, Naruto will be training in chakra control and also learn how to water walk and tree walk earlier as it than in canon. As we continue, yeah, as we continue on to the wave arc, Tazuna, yeah, wave arc. As Naruto is now complaining about the missions he's getting, as he wants a better mission than just D-ranks, as he, yeah, the Okage, third Okage, obviously, like gives them a like agrees with Naruto that he's been getting a lot of like boring D ranks, and Kakashi also agrees. So they get the Tazuna mission Wave Arc, which Tazuna still lies about the mission parameters as they take it still, but as same thing happens in canon, but this time instead of Naruto like walking past the water puddle like where the three demon brothers were walking past the water puddle, he doesn't take note, but the three do because they can sense something in there. There's a spirit, two spirits inside that water puddle, and they warn him. As Naruto is getting prepared to attack, the two jump out and seemingly kill Kakashi. That's what Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke think as Sasuke jumps into action and takes down the two demon brothers. As as Naruto also the three tell them that Kakashi that the sensei is not dead, obviously. As Kakashi comes out of the bushes and congratulates Sasuke for a job well done on taking down the two demon brothers. As no, as Kakashi tells Naruto that he should be on his toes more and take note of everything around him. As Naruto, like basically Sasuke told Naruto that he was a scaredy cat, as Naruto takes his kunai and does the same kind of thing where he stabs his hand. And where he stabs his hand and tells Sasuke that from now onwards he'll never be scared ever, as basically canon thing, as like before like Sakura was gonna heal Naruto, like bandage up Naruto's arm, it was already healed. Because Naruto doesn't just have the nine tails in him. He has a moth monster that can heal, he has ghosts, he has silk, and he has the perfect vessel, so he's gonna heal much more faster. Because both the nine tails and that moth thing I assume are very powerful in their own right, and I assume they both can give their vessels healing. You can say like a healing factor. So basically, Naruto has two beasts that are basically equal in strength. I'm gonna say the moth monster is equal to the nine tails in strength, as so is Ghost's ability, like basically beast, but I'm not gonna go too deep on Ghost's monster just yet because yeah. So I'm gonna continue on. We continue on with the mission, and as in canon, they walk into a foggy land. As Obviously, Naruto throws the kunai into the bushes as a bunny jumps out, as Sakura still complains, as in canon. Useless Sakura. Continuing on, as Naruto thought there was something there, as also the three that were sealed inside him also sensed there was something there, but it was human, not a rabbit. So Naruto's on his toes right now, as Naruto senses something flying towards him, and because he has two beasts in him, his sensory skills are off the charts. Actually, three beasts because of Ghost. He's yeah. Naruto senses something flying towards him, as you hear Silk screaming duck, as Naruto screams also duck to everyone else. Like everyone gets down, like Kakashi grabs Tazuna's head, pulls it down with him as the sword goes flying overhead, hitting the tree behind them. As we see how Zabuza jumps on top of the tree and says, see, and says that Naruto was quite, how can I say it, observant, impressive that you can sense me or see me through the smoke, through this thick fog, and the fog is thick, like they can barely see their hands in front of their head. That's how thick it is. So Naruto is like Kakashi, like Sasuke, and Sakura are basically seeing that Zabuza, obviously, we know who he is standing on the sword, and he basically says, just in canon, he wants to kill the bridge boulder, as Kakashi, as in canon, tells them to stay back as he takes out his Sharingan. Everyone is shocked except for Naruto, because Naruto obviously is like not surprised anymore at anything, because he has he has three weird entities in himself. He has the Nine-Tails Fox and another monster that's equally as strong as him, plus another unknown monster that he doesn't even know about, which is Ghost. So basically, Naruto is not surprised anymore, because it's been a crazy few like few weeks for him, a few weeks for him. Yeah, basically, it's been crazy. As Naruto gets into a fighting stance immediately, as he runs to Tazuna, gets into a fighting stance, as Sasuke and Sakura follow behind, like not questioning Kakashi, basically. As Kakashi does his same cannon fight, as he slips and he gets trapped in the water prison. Basically, he messed up and gets trapped in the water prison like Cannon, as Kakashi tells him to run, but obviously Kaki, like Kaki, emo, Sasuke, the usual Sasuke, emo, I am better than you, you are nothing, I have the Sharingan, so where? I'm Uchiha, I'm all almighty, I'm God. And he basically tries to, like, Zabuza makes a water drone, and like Sasuke tries to attack the water clone. He gets bodied. He gets bodied. Basically, he gets bodied, and this time Naruto is saying in his head, I guess like I have to save both. Looks like now I have to save both Kakashi and Sasuke. Naruto throws a smoke bomb down as he makes two shadow clones. One turns into a shuriken, a demon shuriken, as he does the plan that Sasuke did with Naruto in canon, but this time with a shadow clone, as another person from the seal, which is Silk, gets out and also does a transformation into, this time, a demon shuriken, but with more tattoo markings, red tattoo scripture on, as he throws both shurikens, this black and red, this normal demon shuriken, and then this other demon shuriken, but has red tattoo in brains on it. As he, like, one misses, as one shuriken's going for the clone, the other shuriken's going for Zabuza himself. As Zabuza dodges the first demon shuriken, the original, as that morphs into a clone, transforms into a clone, and throws a kunai. Zabuza, as in canon, has to remove his hand or else he's going to get pierced by the kunai. But the demon shuriken, the one that a silk transformed into, is flying to the clone, as the clone is not going to fall for this again. The clone, like, basically you saw that clone transform into, you saw the clone, the demon shuriken, untransform into a clone, and he's not going to fall for it, as he swings his sword down to hit the shuriken, thinking it's a clone. Instead, Silk dodges it with a long, you can say, needle. Basically, the needle is basically like a long needle, as she blocks the sword, as Zabuza is now, what the hell is this thing? As she parries, as she wraps the strings around Zabuza from his arm up to his neck, and basically there's this one string around his neck and that she has in her hand, like her other hand basically, and she pulls it, as it cuts Zabuza's head clean off. Like Zabuza's cloned head just falls to the floor as it splatters in water. As before she could fall in the water, the clone rushes over, like the one that dealt with Zabuza, and she was doing this all in the air, by the way. As the clone rushes to Sulk, grabbing her before she could fall in the water, as the water clone disperses into pure water, as Zabuza is still wondering what is that thing, as basically the entire team is like what is this thing? Is it like, and Kakashi is wondering, is it a summon? Did Naruto summon that thing? As she is basically bridal Sao in Naruto's arms. So, like, Naruto, let me just say, Naruto considers these three as brother and sister, and they consider him as a brother. Basically, he's there, like, he, they're his only family that he ever had. As Naruto himself rushes back to the mainland, as Kakashi, like, shows a thumbs up and gives his original eye smile to Naruto, as Naruto, Kakashi goes back to his fight. As Kakashi is fighting, Zabuza, Zabuza loses and three Senbon pierces his neck, like basically killing him. That's what they that's that's what they thought, as a wave Ambu appeared, which we all know is Haku. Haku is a girl, by the way. Just mentioning. Haku is a girl, by the way. As she picks up Zabuza and tells same kind of thing, as Silk whispers in Naruto's ear that she's lying, as Naruto wanted to attack, but he saw that his entire team basically tired, scared. Kakashi Sensei is like nearly out of chakra. You could say he's very tired. That's what, like, Naruto's like seeing. Kakashi's very tired, as Kakashi doesn't even want to argue with the ninja, as the ninja like grabs like Zabuza's body quickly and disappears. As Naruto is like whatever, and like Silk disappears into Naruto's shadow, you can say. As everyone watch how Silk disappears into Naruto's shadow and is now like gone. Like, as Kakashi stands up, walks over to his team, and there he tells him a good job, and he tells like Naruto in private that he needs a private talk with Naruto once he's fully healed. As Naruto's like sure. As continue, they go to Tazuna's house, same like in canon. That Kakashi Sensei rests up this time, and Kakashi Sensei like speaks to Naruto in canon, and this talk is as similar you like the ability you just use. What was it? As Kakashi Sensei couldn't copy it, and the summoning who gave it to you. As Naruto said, it's not a summoning that he got. It's more like the the thing you saw was sealed inside me. As Kakashi thought this was a, how can I say it was something from the Nine Tails. As Kakashi warns him, like Naruto tells Kakashi that he knows about the Nine Tails, and Kakashi tries to warn Naruto about the Nine Tails trickery and whatever power he's promising you, it's probably, you must probably leave it. As Naruto says that it's not the Nine Tails that's giving you this power, it's another entity. As he said, as Naruto says that they are, we basically, they've been there like more, like they've been there for a long, like sealed inside me for a long time, watching me, watching everything I do, as they're kind of like family, basically. He calls them family. As Kakashi gives his eye smile, but in this one, Kakashi doesn't know Naruto is Minato's son. Kakashi does not know that. All Kakashi knows is Naruto is an orphan that was basically the person that sealed the Nine Tails. So Minato, he knows Minato sealed the Nine Tails into this kid. He doesn't know that that's Minato's son. Continuing on, as we see, no, as we see that they are training, basically, Naruto is training in the forest. Naruto already learned like tree climbing and water walking, like I said in the beginning, so he won't be doing that. And Kakashi was impressed that Naruto knows it. Sasuke gave his same old cocky, arrogant I am a god, so you will listen to me and bow down to my feet. As Sasuke demands Naruto teach it to him, as Naruto gives that, if you know, like if you're so god almighty, then how about you learn it yourself, almighty Uchiha. As Sasuke says fine, as he's learning it, but he's gonna take quite a while to learn it. As Sakura is also helping Sasuke, as Sakura kind of has, like, Sakura doesn't like Naruto, and Naruto is not that how simpy over Sakura anymore, because like once Sakura said no to him the first time, he took it as no forever. As Naruto doesn't even care about like Sakura, but don't worry, the ship is not Sakura. There will be two ships, maybe three, depending on how I feel. There will be maybe three ships, but I'm continuing off of that. Okay, as we continue on, Naruto is busy training on his ability. His abilities in private, so not Sakura and Sasuke can see this, as he is basically flash stepping or shadow stepping, you can say, like left, right. He's basically a black shadow all around the field. As he's using like soul of revenge, he's using the soul of revenge missiles, like, but he's trying to spam it. He can only do 3 a day, so he's trying to increase that number to 5 or maybe 10 a day. As he's getting progress, as he's also trying to learn another thing. He's trying to manifest a weapon. As Naruto is holding out his hand, as he's focusing on the weapon that Ghost has. Ghost has this weapon, this like basically it looks like Ichigo's weapon. Ichigo's weapon, like per se, but it's gonna be like, how can I say it? It's gonna be like more like samurai style, like the samurai length, sword length. As Naruto is trying to manifest this, he finally gets it as light particles start appearing in his hand, as it slowly manifests the object and the sword appears. As he grabs the sword and he's basically excited, so he starts using the sword, and the sword is a manifestation sword, so even if the sword will break, he can re-manifest it in a few minutes. Like it will take 1 minute before he can manifest it again. And he can only manifest one of each weapon. So we can either manifest ghost weapon, Silk's weapons like Silk's needle, or he can manifest this ginormous, I don't know what was, sword, I guess. Yeah, this big sword. But as like Naruto gets this, like basically it looks like a bone sword. It's white bone sword, I guess. Yeah, let's say a bone sharp sword, like very sharp. As he starts training in Kinjutsu with it. Naruto knows zero Kinjutsu, but Ghost is busy helping him with Kinjutsu and how to like use it. As Ghost is basically like training with Naruto. As Naruto finally gets tired and Ghost just goes back into the seal. As we see a person approaching Naruto, like a person like watching Naruto. As Naruto says, "I know you're there." As it's an Ogbu. No, it's a girl. A girl. We all know who this is. It's Haku. She's in a kimono dress, obviously. As Naruto is like, Naruto says hello. Say like tries to say like he's busy, like he's saying hello, and he's like, "Miss, ma'am, sir, ma'am," as she says she actually lies about it, like her, how can I say it, her gender, and says he. And as she calls herself a he, and she lies about that, and as Naruto's like, oh, and she tells Naruto her name, and basically everything happens in canon about special people she talks about, as Naruto tells her about his special people. He has his sensei, he has his two teammates that treat him like, yeah, basically treat him like poop. He has the third Okage, or what he likes to call him, Gigi. He has his teacher, which I do not know the name of. I keep on forgetting the name. As he also has three other people, but he doesn't say it. But he doesn't say their name. He just says three other people, and that's it. As she asks about the three other people, but he he basically leaves it. He basically cuts it. It's like, I don't want to speak about them. As she speaks about her special person, as they have this chat, and she leaves canon style. As Naruto heads back, he sleeps very late. Same thing as in canon. He stops the two bandits from stealing uh, Tazuna's wife and Tazuna's wife and daughter, as he runs off with a toast in his mouth. Basically, he didn't have breakfast. Continuing on, as he makes it to the bridge. Now I'm gonna stop it there, guys. I'm not gonna go on to the. Oh, hold up. How long am I in? Yeah, 40 minutes. I can like do the bridge fight. Yeah, I can do the bridge fight. Okay. Naruto makes it to the bridge as he sees the scene where Sasuke is busy fighting Haku in this ice dome mirror, as Kakashi is fighting Zabuza on the water. Like basically they are even, as Naruto runs to Sasuke to assist. As he runs past Sakura, and basically Sakura is yelling at Naruto to where is he going, and then he like yells back at Sakura to help Sasuke, as Naruto dives into the dome, as Sasuke basically yells at Naruto that what is he doing, as Naruto says trying to help Sasuke, as Sasuke is like, you idiot, you idiot, you should have helped me from outside the dome, not inside. As Naruto gets this dumb look on his face, and he's like, oh, yeah, I should have thought of that. As Sasuke is like, whatever, dope. As now, it's whatever, dope. Now we're both stuck in here. As Sasuke, like, as no, as Haku says that he doesn't want to hurt them both, but if it's for that if it like he doesn't want to hurt them both, but he will if he must. As Haku like sinks in the mirrors and basically starts his onslaught of Simbon, ice Simbon noodles that are coming out of mirrors. As they're coming out of all like directions, Naruto is basically keeping up well because Naruto has been training like Naruto is basically has been training with Ghost, and Ghost relies on more fast movement. So like Ghost relies on attacking like if you see him in front, he'll attack you once and then end up at the back of you, and then there's another attack. Then by the side another attack. Yeah, basically like that. Ghost is more fast type movement, attack you quick, get out quick. As like Naruto is keeping up very easily with a kunai, but Naruto like is not used to the kunai per se because he's now used to Ghost Weapon. So he manifests like a short like mini knife. It's like Ghost Weapon but it's smaller. He can make it bigger or smaller like as he wants. And as he's blocking all of this with his two kunais in hand, as Naruto is keeping up very well. As Sasuke has his one Tomo out. Yes, no, Sasuke unlocked his one Tomo yellow, as in canon, and he is busy like blocking, dodging. As basically Sasuke runs out of chakra, like Naruto finally like is how can I say tired. Like he finally gets tired and he like loses focus as Sasuke jumps in the way of the Senbon piercing him as it pierced Sasuke, but it didn't kill him. As Naruto saw Sasuke drop and he thought he was dead, he gets pissed as he draws upon the QB. He draws upon the QB's power. His power. As one tail sprouts out. Yes, one tail. But also his eyes turn white. His eyes turn pitch white with his tongue glowing orange. As in this white eyes, like his eyes is just Heatherbrine white. There was one black slit. As Naruto is staring at Sasuke in rage as his whiskers get more pronounced. He starts getting teeth as black aura, like his shadow starts manifesting black tentacles as as basically now like under his like his jacket is slowly opening. As it's open, as we see like a black like black tendrils start shooting out everywhere, and in the tendrils there are also like small like this black liquid, but it's also leaking out of under his sweater as he's looking in anger, as he's like, you bastard, you'll pay, as he screams. When he screams you'll pay, the dome explodes in a massive amount of bloodlust that's even freezing Kakashi and Zabuza. Both of them were thinking, what is releasing this massive amount of bloodlust, this killer intent, as they both look at Naruto. Naruto is...
What's on
Okay. Okay everyone, I'm back. Sorry about that, had to do something. As Naruto is in this hybrid monster like Jinchuriki form. He is mixed with both the Nine Tails, this this moth thing, like this thing at the back, and this thing, or let me give you a better picture, this thing, which I call Void. I'm calling this beast Void. He's basically a mixture of all of that. And Naruto has white eyes with a black slit in the center. Naruto's tongue is bright orange, like this bright orange here. It's bright orange. QB, wait, as he has the QB chakra swirling all around him, as it's just swirling. as it shows one tail. Naruto is pissed. Naruto dashes to dashes to Haku as he delivers a punch, sending her up, breaking a few ribs. He jumps up, instantly appearing behind Haku, and hits her down as she goes flying towards the bridge. She goes right through it as she lands on the she nearly lands on the water until Naruto kicks her again all the way to Zabuza and Kakashi as she ends up on land where Zabuza and Kakashi are watching this unfold as Naruto, her mask fell off as Naruto jumps on top of her. Naruto is standing above her, ready to finish her just like right there and now as Naruto was about to as he sees the face. It's Haku. As Naruto finally calms down a bit, but this form is still he's still activated. This form is still active as Naruto asks why, as Haku grog painfully says that the special person that you protect it's Zabuza as while Zabuza is distracted with this Naruto beast form, Kakashi takes his chance as he activates the Chidori. All you hear is 1,000 birds chirping as Naruto can also hear this too. Naruto turns around quickly to Kakashi as he sees Kakashi about to impale Zabuza as Naruto remembers Haku's words as he sees Haku get up and about to defend and instantly appear in front of Zabuza as Naruto doesn't want friend his friend that he made like die basically. And now just for just saying side note, Naruto is treated 3 times worse than he was in canon. So basically, he's this time they bring weapons to hurt him. They torture him basically, and Ombu had to interfere and arrest people. That's how bad it was. As Naruto stops before Kakashi could stab Haku, Naruto appears in front of Kakashi and grabs Naruto's hand, Kakashi's hand, and says and shakes his head in fear and shakes his head saying no, don't kill them. As Kakashi stops as he's looking at Naruto's white eyes with a black slit in. He's looking deep into his eyes as we hear a voice. It is the usual asshole Gato and his men. He's basically 100, 200 men of worth of people basically lining up, and he basically says that Gato's pay was basically too high anyway, and he wasn't gonna pay him. He'd rather pay for this many people to kill all of you now that you guys weighed yourself out. As Gato sends the soldiers out, as Zabuza says that the Naruto that we're not enemies anymore. Now you don't need to fight like like you don't need to fight us anymore. As Haku smiles in pain, but she passes out instantly passes out from the pain that she felt as Zabuza rushes into the bandits that he was fighting, and Zabuza is a bit hurt, a bit hurt from Kakashi and Zabuza's fight, as Kakashi joins Zabuza fighting with him, as Naruto still in this form. Just side note, everybody, this form doesn't just instantly go away. This form will take time to go away because it leaves. How can I say it? It's like an energy presence. It takes time. Naruto, even if Naruto is as calm as he can be, this form will take time to go away. It's basically a lingering effect that he'll constantly have. As Naruto dashes in this one-tailed cloak form, he's basically on all fours as he's running towards the crowd. As everyone sees this hybrid fox beast on all fours running towards him with black tendrils coming from his shadows, these tendrils start grabbing into people, ripping them apart as basically he's busy scratching and just tearing these people apart. And Zabuza and like Kakashi are seeing this as Zabuza is like, "Ugh, I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. I'm lucky he's an ally of mine now, or otherwise I would have been on the receiving end of that." As we see like Naruto, like his tendril shadow, like rip someone's head apart as they are slicing up people as they are killing more. As Naruto finally gets to Gato himself, as Naruto grabs Gato by the throat and basically like grabs his head like how Ghost Rider did, and he pulls his eyes like directly in front of his eyes, as his eyes, Gato's eyes turns pure orange, as like this sort of stuff starts leaking out of Gato slowly as Gato explodes in this black light goo as it goes all on the floor as it's like acid. It starts burning, corroding through the bridge as it hits the water as it's finally gone. As Naruto lets out a hiss as it's finally, the form is finally slowly going away, but it's still lingering on. As after a while the form is gone, as Kakashi approaches Naruto like incautiously asking Naruto, "Are you okay?" As Naruto looks at Kakashi, his eyes back to that blue eyes of his, and he says, "Yes, Kakashi, I'm fine." As Kakashi had like in his head, he's like, "I need to talk to the Hokage about this." As basically they rebuild the bridge, and while they rebuilding the bridge, like everything like is settled basically, and Naruto like asks Tazuna if she can help as he made 1,000 shadow clones and helps with the bridge. As Naruto is also, while the shadow clones are busy doing their thing, Naruto also asks Zabuza if he can assist Zabuza with the maybe Zabuza can come to the Leaf Village. Like, aren't they tired of being missing ninja? As Zabuza says, yeah. As Naruto's bringing up good points, as he Naruto can vouch for him by the GG as to come to the village. As Zabuza first thinks about this, and just side note, like while all of this is happening, Naruto did give this speech to Zabuza about Haku, but I skipped over that speech because that was canon speech, like nothing different except for Naruto was in this beast form and Zabuza had to listen, or else his head was gonna get ripped off by a bunch of shadow tentacles. So Zabuza said yeah, and yeah, he basically agreed to this like proposal because he didn't want to be a part of the receiving end of whatever form Naruto went in. As that's it. I'll be continuing the rest of the journey as the way they get back to the village. Everything is in everything happens in canon, but instead Zabuza and them are coming to the village with Haku. So, okay, before I'm out, guys, but before I leave, subscribe, leave a like, and hit that notification bell if you want to get more videos like this, because I won't be posting daily because I have things to do. But now that my test is over, well, I won't still be posting daily, but I will be posting videos. But until the next video, this is what if Naruto had Hollow Knight's abilities. I nearly forgot. What if Naruto had Hollow Knight's abilities 1.2? That's it for now, guys. Bye!